Hi guys, and welcome to a little branch off of my Rangers manager simulations that we've been doing over the past sort of month or so, while the Rangers manager's position has been vacant, taking a look at how some candidates got on in that role. I decided after none of those managers managed to actually beat Celtic for the title, I decided to take it one step further and to put, the heavies in charge. So we're taking a look today at what would happen if Jose Mourinho managed managed Rangers. Would he manage to beat Celtic for the title? And eagle-eyed viewers, of course, can see up at the top here, second in Ladbrokes Premiership. He does not manage it, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Let's have a look at the league table just now. League table. Okay, so 74 points, 74 points. So just misses out. How does he miss out? Goal difference. He actually scored 10 more goals than Celtic, but he conceded 17 more goals than Celtic. So it's actually a lack of defensive solidity that's cost Jose Mourinho the title, which is funny, given obviously Jose Mourinho is known for his defensive solidity in his sides. But that's what's cost him the title. Actually, Celtic on 56 goals is crazy low, considering we actually scored more than 100 goals, I think, in reality last year. But that's how Jose's managed to lose the title. But even that doesn't tell the whole story. Let's take a look here at past positions, and we'll take a look at Rangers. So look, from week 6, they were first in the league all the way to week 36. So for 30 weeks they were top of the table. Looks like Mourinho was going to win the title. Then at the end, Celtic nick in and pinch it. So let's look at the fixtures, how that happened. Look after the split, the 5 games after the split, they did not win a single one of these games. Dundee beat them at Ibrox 3-2. They drew 2-2 at Easter Road, drew 2-2 at Parkhead, drew 1-1 at Ibrox against Hearts, and drew 2-2 at Pittodrie. So that's what's cost them the league. I mean, if they drew against Dundee there at Ibrox, they would have won the title. If they beat Hibs, they would have won it. If they would have beat Hearts, they would have won it. And they've somehow blown the title. Huge choke job from them there at the end. In terms of his cups, look at his cup runs. Betfred Cup, 1-0 at Rugby Park over Kilmarnock in the Betfred Cup, and then a 4-2 loss to Partick Thistle at Ibrox puts him out of that. You then go forward, Scottish Cup, 0-0 away at Motherwell. Then Motherwell come in the replay, 3-1, they lose at Ibrox. Then Kilmarnock, 3-2, he beats them at Rugby Park. Gets to the quarter final, 3-2 loss at Ibrox against lower league Dundee United. So terrible, terrible stuff from him in the cups. And choked the league. I mean, it's pretty remarkable actually how badly they've done there to lose the league right at the death like that. If you have a look in Europe, he lost 3-0 in Marseille and beat them 1-0 at Ibrox. So that's how he went out of the Europa League qualifiers. In the third round there, he beat Saint Julia and he beat Altach as well, and then obviously Marseille you'd expect to put Rangers out. In terms of his old firm clashes, he beat Celtic there, 1 goal from Eduardo Herrera, beating them 1-0 at Ibrox. Then, as we move down to the New Year game, he loses 4-0 at Celtic Park. Then, when he plays them again at Ibrox, it's a 2-0 victory over them at Ibrox. And when he goes to Parkhead, 2-2. So he gets 2 wins, a draw and a loss. So he actually comes out in a positive record against Celtic. But it's just games against other teams in the league that's obviously let him down, as he's ultimately just about failed to win the title. Looking at his tactics here, he's went with a 4-2-3-1, playing a pretty attacking, aggressive game. We take a look at the goals. Eduardo Herrera is top scorer with 23. He started 29 league games, scoring 20 goals in that. Clearly the main man. Herrera, 23 goals overall in 34 starts, 7.26 rating there. Then Morelos comes in second. Only 7 league starts for him, but 5 goals. Overall, 11 starts and 10 goals. So a great strike rate, but obviously Mourinho didn't quite fancy him. Candeas then also got 10 goals. He had 34 starts in the league with 8 goals and 2 assists, 7.10 rating, so he's done very well. 40 starts overall with 10 goals and 3 assists, so he's done very well for him actually, Candeas. Jason Holt coming in next actually with 8 goals. He started 33 league games, scoring 7 goals and getting an assist, 7.16 average. So Jason Holt, Mourinho's brought his game on really, really well. and he's ended up one of the top performers of the season. Graham Dorrans then with 6 goals. He actually wasn't a very good performer at all. 33 starts, 3 goals and 7 assists in the league, but a 6.54 average. And with 7 assists, getting that low of an average, he must have been really, really poor in some games for them, which surprises me because I found Graham Dorrans to be pretty good actually for Rangers. Then Pena, Roster Alves, at least all chipping in with a handful. We'll sort it by the average rating now and see who the main man was. Cardoso, the best average rating, 26 league starts, a 7.40 average. Massive from Cardoso. He's clearly been a rock at the back. And yeah, clearly one of Jose's key men. Bruno Alves then, second, so the centre-back pairing clearly strong for him. 33 starts and a 7.29 average for Bruno Alves. Then you look at Herrera, who we've already looked at, then Morelos, Holt, Lee Wallace actually coming after 24 league starts, 4 assists and a 7.15 average, so he's clearly done pretty well at left-back, Lee Wallace. Already looked at Candeas. Then we have Anthony Lozano, the Honduran striker. Only 9 starts for him, 2 goals and a 7.06. It's worth $3.5 million just now. He was actually signed from the Barcelona B team, and he came in for £775,000. I believe he came in January. Let's have a little... We'll take a look at their transfers just now. Lozano, yeah, Lozano did indeed come in January. Ryan Jack then, 22 league starts, 7.02 average rating for him, now worth $3.5 million, so he done pretty well in the middle of the park. Tavernier was the right back there, 32 starts, 5 assists, 7.01, so not bad from right back at all. Lee Hodson after that, he had a handful of games and did alright. Lee Hodson, obviously he's transfer listed, he's not a very good player for this level for Rangers. Marcos Valente, another Portuguese centre-back that Jose brought into the squad. 8 starts in the league, he was signed in January also, and a 6.88 average rating, so he did okay when he came in too. Then you've just got a handful of guys kind of kicking about there. I think what we'll do now is take a look actually at his transfers. We've already looked at Valente, the centre-back, and Lozano, but he also brought Inigo Ruiz de Galarreta. That's what I'm going to go for. He's obviously a Barcelona B player. He was on loan at Rangers. He had 13 games in the league with a 6.88 average rating. So he did okay when he came in on loan in January there, but obviously not enough to get signed. Other than that, there was no players actually moving out other than on loan. And yeah, that's pretty much how Jose got on. He did... I don't know whether to say he did well because he only lost the league on goal difference, or to say that he choked because he somehow managed to blow it in the last games of the season after leading for 30 weeks, looking like he really should have won it. But there you go. That's what happens when you put Jose Mourinho in charge of Rangers for season 1. Does he beat Celtic for the title? No. Should he have? Yes, probably. Probably you have to say though that Celtic were rather poor as well. They only ended up on 70 odd points, which is a really low tally for Celtic. So he had the door open for him there, Mourinho, and he just couldn't manage it at the end there. Horrible results at the end. Didn't win a single game after the split, and that's obviously cost him the title. If you've enjoyed this little bit of fun, please drop down below and leave a like on the video, it does help. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, we'll be doing this little experiment again next time with Pep Guardiola and see how he gets on as Rangers manager.